texted Jane last night and said, Jane, do you have acorns? With all your beautiful trees on your property, I'm sure there's got to be some acorns around. And she came through. So today we are looking at the tiny little acorn. The acorns that fall from the oak trees in the fall, in the autumn. And I'm sure many of you have heard the saying before, mighty oaks from little acorns grow. Yes? Does it sound familiar? Okay. So in the autumn, as I said, acorns fall, and they are food for the animals, and they are also the beginning, yes, squirrels and others, and they are also the beginning of oak trees. Every oak tree that is out there in the world started as a tiny acorn. The tree gives away its acorns naturally. It is part of its cycle of life every year to shed the acorns. It is good for the acorn tree, not the acorn tree, the oak tree, and it is good for others. It is good for the environment and for the animals too. Just like oak trees, being generous and giving away what we have is part of our lives, part of the cycle of our lives, and part of how God created us to care for one another. Giving away the giving of our time, the giving of our love, the giving of our resources. It doesn't have to be something that's difficult or something that we do onerously, but it becomes a part of our lives. A natural part of our lives that is not only good for others, but good for us. So as we come to the end of our stewardship series next week, I invite you to think about what it is that you are being called to shed, to give away for the betterment of the world, for the betterment of the church, and for yourself. Now, if there were chronological kids here today, I was going to invite them to look through their belongings and choose an item that they are ready to give away to bless somebody else. So I'm going to invite you to do the same this week. Is there something in your home, in your space, that you are ready to part with that could bless somebody else more than it might be blessing you right now? Of course, we have our wonderful thrift shop here, so you can always donate things there. Or maybe it's a can of soup that's been on the shelf for a couple months. I invite you to think about how God is calling you to give away, and you never know what might grow from that gift that you give.